All right, let's get right into the interview that I had with Cavi over at Chicano Brand about a week ago. Right after the interview, we'll get right back into the old but gold candy for your ears. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, here on the line right now, I got Cavi from Chicano Brand. And say, Cavi, let us know about Chicano Brand, how and when it came about.
First of all, thanks for having me on. So Chicano Brand started in 2016, actually.
Okay.
With me and my buddy, Gibby Gill, little Gibby. We grew up together.
Sure.
He's a little bit older than me, and it was actually his idea. It was his idea to start it. I was already kind of in the music business.
Mm-hmm.
I would distribute like artists and stuff like that, and I was an artist myself, so I already knew about marketing and stuff like that. And I had a graphic design artist that I worked very closely with, OG Pamps, and he's a good friend of mine too, and he's from Yuma. So we kind of got together with Pamps, put together the first designs, and it kind of just sprung from there. Yeah.
Well, okay. So, in talking to you right now at the beginning, you mentioned that you were from Yuma, and that kind of tripped me out because I just always assumed you guys were out of Cali. Do most people trip out that you guys are from Yuma?
Yeah, that's kind of been the story of, our story from the beginning. We being in Yuma is interesting, mm-hmm. to say the least. Cause we're right at the border. Like I can cross a little bridge and I'm in California.
Yeah.
So, definitely, we're definitely influenced by California, especially me. I was actually born in California, and growing up, I was kind of like living up north, living down south, but always landing in Yuma because my grandmother lived here, my mom's mom. So my family is from Yuma. Mm-hmm. So, and even Justin, one of my partners, Justin, he's actually from California too. And Gus is actually born and raised in Yuma. So, we kind of did get an influence, but we're definitely from Yuma, Arizona. That's where we're based out of. That's where we're from. And we just love it here. It's home.
Yeah. Do you think being from Yuma has affected you guys? Is maybe slowing down or helping it beneficial to the brand?
I think being from Yuma, Arizona, I wouldn't say it slowed us down, but it just, we got to work a little harder, I would say, because we're not in a big market, mm-hmm. But I feel like how we're coming across and how we're looking, we look like we're right there with the big dogs. We just have to show up and play ball with them. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you, bro. Yeah, no, because I seen you guys, I think the first time I saw you guys was at the Phoenix Car Show last year. And then I saw you just recently at the Chicano Music Festival in San Diego. So is that the market you guys are hitting, that whole Chicano lowriding scene?
Yeah, we're trying to do, we like cars, first of all. We actually have our own car club. So we're the Street Villains Car Club out of Yuma, Arizona. That's a car club we started, like me, Justin, and Gus. We started that together. So I think it was just natural. Like, we like cars, we love cars, so we want to be where cars are at. And it just so happens that that's where Chicanos go. So it works out. Like, we're doing the lowrider scene. We're trying to do different festivals though. Like the Chicano Music Festival was like a first time thing for us. Mm-hmm. And we did pretty good. We had good reception. Like, anytime we go to San Diego, it's always love. So we love going to San Diego. And but we also do like little local events too. Like Justin runs like a local market. It's called Yuma's Friday Night Munchies, and it's every Friday. It's just packed. So we'll go out there and we'll do that, with the community every once in a while. And we kind of just do different things, We kind of keep it open.
Okay. And so, how many of you guys are in Chicano Brand? How many of you guys started it?
So it started with me and my friend Gibby Gill.
Okay.
Still my brother, still my friend. He kind of backed out of it. He had because this whole thing started because he was a recovering drug addict. That's how it started. So Chicano Brand was actually a project to help keep him sober. That's what this was. He was struggling, and he just came to me one day and he told me that it was kind of too much for him. He was going through a lot. He wanted to step back, And I said, that's fine. I told him we could just stop, and then when you're ready to go, we can pick back up. And he said, no, I don't want you to stop. He said, I brought this to you for a reason. I knew what you were going to do with it. He said, just keep it going. He's like, you can just have it. So I was running it by myself for a couple years, and then it started just growing a lot. And I started figuring out, because I run other businesses, so I understand how business works. Like, in order to have a successful business, like, you really need a good team around you to really grow. And Justin was always a supporter of mine. Gus, childhood friend, always supported me in everything I did, and they were just excited and enthusiastic about it. And they came to me one day and we talked, and they wanted to be involved and they wanted to help me. So, we worked out the little details, and now it's me, Gus, and Justin. It's us three. And a lot of my marketing, a lot of my videos and stuff like that, OG Pamps does that for me. And he's been a big key in this too, because he's the original designer to this. And we also picked up Glass House, so he's another one of our video guys, and he's kind of been coming up underneath Pamps. So as a team, I would say it's 5 of us, but it's me, Gus, and Justin that we run it every day. I do a lot of the day-to-day. Like, I drive the car,
Yeah.
But I can't drive the car without the guys with me,
I feel you. So being that there's 5 of you guys working on this company, how do you guys agree, or when you guys have disagreements as to what designs to print and stuff like that, how do you guys decide which route to go with that?
So the thing with me, Gus, and Justin is, even with our car club, because there's 3 of us, it's an odd number. Mm-hmm. It has to be unanimous to keep it fair. Because, okay. It could easily be like 2 of us and be like, nah, and then the other guy, So, it has to be unanimous. Like, we all have to agree on it. We all have to be like, yeah, this is something we feel strongly about. Let's do it. So it has to be done together.
So does that come across often where you guys bump heads?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we bumped heads plenty of times. But because we are friends, we keep that first, and we try to keep an open mind as far as like, who are we selling to, and who's actually, who's going to gravitate towards what. Because there's stuff like, I'm like, we got to do this, and they're looking at it like, you're crazy, and I'll take a couple of days to step back, and then I go back to it, and I'm like, I was kind of tripping right there. So it's a lot of communication. I feel like that is important with doing this. Like, we have to constantly communicate and just respect each other,
Yeah. No, that's what's good about going into business with homies like that, because you can bump heads, but you're homies. You guys you got that history, so you guys can always the next day everything's cool again. If it was just a business partner, it's gonna just get ugly like that.
Yeah, and plus I'm not gonna lose a friend over a shirt. You feel me? Like, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that. And so, Chicano brand, what's been the biggest challenge for you guys, to get it off the ground and get things running smoothly for you guys?
I think it's been steps, learning fabrics, learning, what shirts are the best shirts. Like, I think learning what's the best fabric is a non-stop thing that we're continually chasing. Quality, that was the first hurdle, and I feel like we got it. We got that down. I feel like having Pamps really helped us out, because his vision with design is it's so good. So I think we've been spoiled in having him with us, and he's been able to lay out what we see. I think right now where we're at in this next phase, I feel like it's marketing. We're trying to figure out marketing, and we're figuring out territories and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm sure the Southwest is probably your main market, but where outside of the Southwest have you guys made sales?
Just mostly the Southwest, to be honest with you. We stay kind of close to home as far as, Yuma, Phoenix, Vegas. We did really good in Vegas. Mm-hmm. California, we've gone as far as, LA, San Diego, of course. But it's when you get to the markets, like let's say like Vegas, you know, you do those car shows, you start seeing people from like Miami. Like I met this dude from Miami at the hotel lobby. Like I was just sitting there. He came, sat down, we started talking. He's from Miami. A lot of people from Colorado, Texas, like, you know, Phoenix is the same way. I started meeting people from Texas, Colorado, and Vegas had a lot of Northern California too. I was running into a lot of people from Northern California in Vegas, and they're inviting us out. That's the crazy part, is when you start meeting these different people in these different markets, and you know, when you grow up on the West Coast, you just think it's just ours. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just us over here. Yeah. It's our thing, right? Well, it's not. I'm starting to find out that it's not. So there's people on the East Coast. There's people down south. Like, I ship online, you know, like, because we do different drops. So I drop at different times, and it's free shipping. So I've been shipping to, like, you know, like the middle of the country, like Idaho and stuff like that. I've shipped back east and down south. So I'm like, wow, like, these people are really, they're gravitating towards it, you know, like, it's culture, and it's our culture. So that's where, like, I'm learning that this thing is not just a West Coast thing. Like, our people are actually migrating all across the country. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's a trip. No, when was this? Was 3 years ago. I was in Mississippi doing a blues tour through Mississippi. I stopped at a little convenience store, you know, just in the middle of nowhere, in middle Mississippi. And I was walking out, where two Chicanos walking out. And that was a trip to me. And I was talking to them, and it was just a trip to talk to them, and to see them over there, to see us over there in Mississippi.
That's crazy, yeah. But they're out there, though. Like, yeah, they're out there. I remember talking to somebody here in Yuma, and they were telling me, like, even in Atlanta, like Georgia, like there's Chicanos out there, there's Mexicans out there. New York, like, there's a Chicano culture out there. Like, I mean, it's everywhere, you know. Yeah. It's just, we have a beautiful culture, like, you know, like, we really do. Like, you see the Japanese people, you know, gravitating towards it. And, you know, like, going back to the car shows, I met this guy from Germany. Didn't speak no English. Like, we're, like, on Google Translate talking to each other. And he's just telling me how it's so big out there. He's like, it's so big. He's like, I want to take this out there, you know? So it's just, I don't know. I think it's slowly but surely, you know, becoming for everybody, you know? Yeah, and that's something that we've kind of been learning with this journey of Chicano brand.
Yeah. Sweet, Cavi. Hey, tell you what, I'm going to let you go, but for anyone out there who's listening, who might be interested in checking out Chicano brand, where can they go to check out your styles?
You can check us out on Instagram, Chicano brand, all one word, TikTok, Chicano brand, all one word, Facebook, same thing. We have a website, www.chicanobrand.com, and we do drops. So you got to follow us on Instagram to, you know, figure out when we're going to drop. So right now we're in the middle of getting our summer drop. So that's going to be probably early June we're looking at. So anywhere online, really, like even YouTube, go check our YouTube videos out on. If you got like a smart TV, check them out on the TV. They look like movies.
Sweet. Next time I'm in Yuma, I'm gonna hit you up, man. We're gonna go to Mr. G's.
Yeah, hit me up. We'll get that bean and cheese and a quesadilla.
You got it, bro. I'll talk to you soon, bro.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
That's Cavi over at Chicano Brand. You can check them out online at ChicanoBrand.com and on Instagram, Chicano Brand. But now let's get right back into the old but gold candy for your ears. This one is Al Green. I'm Still in Love with You. You're listening to the Theo Denny Oldie Radio Show. This is KPYT, KPYU.